Welcome to Hey Real Quick. It's March Madness.
It is madness.
It was madness last night.
Yeah, I watched highlights. I didn't watch the whole game. I know I'm a horrible fan, but
Well, if you watch highlights of that game,
yeah, you got an idea of what it was like.
the highlight video is like 10 minutes long.
I know.
Yeah, Alabama won, hit 25 threes.
Yeah,
Record.
on
which is
fire. Yeah.
Crazy. Oh, that reminds me. Did you do a bracket?
No, I didn't. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not that heavy into it.
I mean, we're not either, but we all did one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think me and Braxton, we didn't do them together. We just did them separately.
Okay.
So me and Braxton have Alabama playing Florida and Alabama winning the title.
Ooh, okay.
Carter has Alabama, Florida, with Florida winning.
Oh, my goodness.
And I think Robin has Auburn. It's either Auburn beating Alabama for the title or beating Purdue.
Okay.
She did too.
Okay.
But so far, everybody's still got their last two teams are still in it.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, what, 7 SEC teams in the Sweet 16?
Yeah.
That's
which is
impressive.
a record.
Yeah.
And then Alabama's got to play Duke. But I just wanted a shot at Duke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I think they can beat them, but
And that's on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sunday. Auburn plays tonight.
Who do they play?
Michigan. Which Auburn's strong. They should beat Michigan.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Michigan play, but I've seen Auburn play.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. And then Ole Miss plays somebody I should have known.
Ole Miss.
Michigan State.
Okay. And then Tennessee,
Kentucky.
That's tonight too, right? That'll be
That's a big one.
It's a big one in these parts.
And then Houston and Purdue.
University of Houston. Look at Houston.
Yeah, they're 1 seed.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is like ESPN.
I know. I feel like we should have a little theme music behind us. But
Yeah.
No, just no.
But yeah, that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
So
it's good basketball.
we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I'll be popping some popcorn watching that.
Yeah, get your popcorn ready.
Oh, yeah. It is Ole Miss, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Lane? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, good old Lane.
I don't think he's ever lived that down.
No, he won't.
No.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so there's that,
Yeah.
which is nice because you can just watch basketball and not get blown away when you go outside.
Yeah, good gracious.
Is it windy all over? Like everywhere?
In the whole country or hemisphere or something? Well, it's windy in Nashville.
It's windy.
It's one of the things that they don't talk about when you move here.
But it's windy. I mean, I talk to people in Alabama or Florida, and
is
they're
it
like,
windy down there?
yeah. And they're like, man,
It's windy.
Everywhere.
I feel like it's windier now than it was when we grew up, and even in the 90s. There's a special, it's amped up, globally.
I feel like Chris Farley has come back and it's just El Nino, which is Spanish for the Nino. Sorry.
I wish it was Chris Farley behind all this and that he could just come make us laugh. But yeah, so it doesn't matter where you go. Like when I get out to go to work in the parking lot, it's like you got to redo your hair, unless you've aqua netted it to death or have a hat on or something. And then I went to Crossville. I won't get into it, but to the DMV because I had to get my real ID in time for something. And I could, whatever, it's a whole thing, y'all. But
sorry. Go ahead.
So let me talk about the wind in Crossville first. So I did stop at Buc-ee's.
Did it come crossways?
It was crossing every which way. And I got out and it was like one of those Tremors horror movie, out in the desert with Kevin Bacon wind.
Yeah,
it's like
Chicago.
Yeah.
Which I've never been there, but I assume you just have to
yeah, kind of walk into it and stuff, lean in. And I was like, I'm just trying to go into Buc-ee's to use the restroom. Yeah. It was impressive. But anyway, and it's just, like you're saying, I don't know, there's something going on with the wind.
Well, we spring break, went down stayed at the beach or whatever.
Nice.
Crazy windy. I mean, not
Yeah.
like insane, but it was pretty windy.
Right.
But then we went back, played a couple rounds of golf. That was painful and fun.
Yeah.
And but we played one day. There was 8 of us, so we did like 2 4-man scrambles. Trying to be a little competitive.
Yeah.
Most of us were horrible. A couple of guys were good, but the wind was a constant wind the entire time.
Mhm.
Maybe 20 miles an hour, 25,
Yeah.
but gusts were 40.
Which is substantial when you're hitting a golf ball.
Yeah,
So-
I can't hit a golf ball anyway. But
Yeah.
I'd hit a shot and then the wind would blow. One time the wind just blew my hat off and then I just had to run and go chase my hat. Hat probably went further than the ball, but like opposite direction.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
it was.
I don't know. I think the wind gods are like, you know what? There's not quite enough going on. We
Yeah.
could crank our speed up a little bit, just to kind of throw everybody off, just make them notice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where was this when I had a kite? Remember when you'd buy
Kite day.
you'd buy
That's the biggest letdown ever.
you want the wind to stop? Schedule kite day at the elementary school.
I'm saying
It will be just
Yeah, you got moms and dads just trying to run with it and get it started.
butterfly
Yeah.
just fall from the sky, just no wind. I'm just kidding.
Even the birds, like, we ain't even flying today. I don't know what y'all are doing. Yeah. Yeah, kite day.
I don't
Yeah.
get it.
And if you had a kite at the beach right now or in Crossville at Buc-ee's, you would have gone with the kite. They'd be like, well, we got a lady flying over like I-40. She's attached to a kite.
Yes, just let go.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it was a thing.
Which I noticed this week in Nashville has been
Mhm.
like gorgeous. A little
Oh, my
breezy, a little bit.
goodness.
A little Daniel breezy. Sorry, I couldn't help it. And then
It's okay.
it's just what it is.
Yeah, I've been
But it's been
outside
gorgeous. It's
every
been
day.
like 70 degrees.
Yeah,
It's
it's supposed to be
perfect.
80 today.
Yeah, it's
77. I don't know.
Perfect for allergies. But Monday morning, I watch the news because I'm up at 5 o'clock or 5:30, and I'm old, and I'm watching the news, and they show the weather, right? So it's just like sunny,
right.
sunny, sunny.
Yeah.
They just go straight to Sunday, and they're like,
Huh?
now Sunday, it's got a chance of some severe stuff. I'm like, it's Monday morning. It's supposed to be gorgeous for like
Yeah.
5 days, and they're already like, yeah, that's garbage. Let's focus on,
7 days from now.
yeah,
Isn't there a chance of anything 7 days from now?
yeah,
Because it's 7 days from now.
yeah, sunny, sunny, sunny. Look for earthquake or something horrible.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's kind of like movie trailers. In a week where you thought it was going to be sunny
Yeah.
all week, there's going to be possible hail and high wind. I mean, they're just looking for the next big event.
I get it. Yeah,
I guess that's what sells on the apps or the views for their local weather.
I got a sunshine alert.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's
But anyway, it's been nice.
man, it has been.
It's been
Pollen is heavy, but it is nice. If you can, coat yourself in Benadryl dust or something, I don't know, when you go outside. Can I spray this on like repellent? I think whatever pollen was bad though for me was like a month ago because I can go out now and it's not as bad.
Yeah, I think that's what got me. It's just one little thing starts to bloom, and I'm like, I'm toast.
It's like,
But-
what is that?
Anyway,
Yeah.
oh, I was trying to think. Oh, something else that happened. Nice weather, so perfect time for your car to start kind of idling weird.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm
let's
talking
throw
about?
that in. Uh-huh.
So I'm at a stoplight or green light, whatever you want to call it, and my car is doing that little like, just like the
Oh.
RPMs just kind of kicks up to
Oh no.
2 and then down to
What?
like, what is going on? And I let it go for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. Let's just see if it stops.
Let's just see. Yeah,
Yeah.
the clicking got worse.
Oh no.
But Robin said, didn't you get an oil change and it helped one time?
Oh.
And I was like,
right.
yeah, I don't know. Kept going. I was like, I'm going to run, get an oil change.
Yeah.
So I go to Jiffy.
Lube,
I guess it's Jiffy.
Jiffy, in a Jiffy,
Jiffy,
Speedy Express.
Gonzalez. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's quick. And so I pull up. First of all, they're all right outside right outside you have 2 bays. You can
Yes.
pull in. They're in Bay 1.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, they're in the way of Bay 1. All copper squat, like
Yeah.
in front of the bay,
Yeah.
eating chicken minis from Chick-fil-A or whatever.
Yeah.
So they were open,
Yeah.
but I was like, sorry. I told him, I was like, I didn't mean to bust up your picnic. That's what I said. And he was like, oh, no, it's fine.
Oh, my gosh.
So he gets the little peel-off sticker, and then he comes back, and he was like, you're not due for like another 800 miles or something. I was like, well, it's just doing this. It's being
Yeah.
weird.
Right.
Last time it fixed it. And he's like, well, we can just check it,
Yeah.
see if it's low.
Yeah.
So they checked it. He's like, yeah, you're 2 quarts low. So they just top it off for
Uh-huh.
free.
Uh-huh. Is there a leak or something?
No,
What's happening?
totally fixed it. And then the other guy comes over. Of course, I'd Googled this because that's what I do.
Yeah. Let's Google this.
I'm
to
the
death.
person, if you're in a conversation like, yeah, what show was he in? I'm on Google before I even try to think about it.
Right.
I'm like, I can't not know
No, there have to be no questions in
Yeah.
conversations.
IMDb. I have to know everything he's ever done. So the guy walks over and he goes, yeah, man, Hyundais, they burn through the oil. He's like, my buddy's got one.
Really?
He's like, I don't know why. I was like, they probably don't know why. But
No, it's like a teenager with milk. They just have to have lots of extra of it. Good
Yeah.
gracious.
so if you own a Hyundai, just
check your oil.
check your oil.
Yeah.
And he said what you do is you get an oil change. He said
Uh-huh.
give it 4,000 miles, just come back, ask us to check it, we'll top it off.
Yeah, they'll do free top offs.
Which I'm like, well, that'd have been nice to know.
Yeah. Pre-clicking. Yeah.
Or when I bought it.
I'm saying.
So
Yeah.
I mean, but it saved me $100.
Yeah, because an oil change is $100.
Yeah.
It used to be $29, $39.99 on the little like coupon cards that you get from like Valvoline or something.
They don't give those anymore.
They don't give those. They got some kind of, you got a $5 off or a $10 off, maybe on an email that you can't find when you pull up in there.
Valid
But I'm
between 3:15 and 3:35 on Wednesday.
Yeah, and then they're like, you need a new cabin filter? I'm like, no, I'm already full of pollen. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Just change what's under the hood, dude. It's crazy.
But yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
maybe they were in a good mood because they just got done eating Chick-fil-A,
maybe so. Well, hey, shout out to Jiffy or whatever.
which this is a throwback. Sorry, I want to bring this up.
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A,
yeah,
road trip, long time ago
Yeah.
we talked about this, I think.
probably so.
Yeah, where you said, like, if you got to stop, where are you stopping?
Yeah.
That is
Right.
no longer my number one.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
It is not my... Chick-fil-A is number 3.
Really?
And we're going back... This is just chicken finger restaurants.
Yeah, let's do it by food.
Chick-fil-A is 3.
Okay,
You have regressed.
okay.
Your service is still impeccable.
Yeah, right.
However, chicken always seems a tad too long under the heat lamp.
Mm-hmm,
Just a little stale.
mm-hmm.
Fries still hadn't mastered that art. But
Mm-mm. That's-
Zaxby's is 2. Because their chicken is small. It's getting a little better.
Mhm.
However, their fries are perfectly seasoned.
They're on
perfectly
point.
good. But
Mhm.
Raising Cane's,
Mm-hmm.
that's a
The
different
chicken.
That's a different level.
The chicken is unbelievable. I
The
have had it.
chicken is on point.
Yeah.
And some people are like, it's okay. No, it ain't. It is good.
Yeah.
Their fries are a little below Zaxby's.
Yeah.
But they're-
Well, their fries need some help.
But their
They
buns,
got the Chick-fil-A disease a little bit. They don't cook them long enough, and they need some salt.
a little
They
bit.
need some
yeah.
salt. But
Which I didn't know this.
What?
Sorry, I guess I'm hungry.
yeah,
Uh,
well, it's chicken.
the first time we went to Raising Cane's,
Uh-huh.
it was like just got done under
Yeah,
construction
Right.
over there in Cool Springs,
Yeah, shout out.
right next to the mall. They're
Cool
still
Springs
working on it.
Galleria. Mm-hmm.
Your parking lot is very Chick-fil-A-ish. You need to fix that. But I asked her, I was like, she was like, oh, it comes with kickback sauce. That's what they call it. I said, oh, okay. I was like, is that good, spicy? Or she's like, it's like, maybe she couldn't say Zaxby's,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but that's basically what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, get you some hot sauce packets. She was like, just mix you a little hot sauce with it, mix it up.
Ooh.
I was like, ooh,
Okay.
which I didn't know. I guess I learned this last week.
Mm.
Zaxby's has Zaxby's sauce,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They also have spicy Zaxby's sauce.
They do. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Nobody told me this.
Yeah. And their honey mustard is off
Their-
the hook. I love Zaxby's honey mustard.
Yeah, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And before Chick-fil-A kind of went downhill for me a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
I had gravitated toward Ben's chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I would go through the drive-thru and I'd leave and I'd get so mad. I'd be like, I didn't get any buffalo sauce.
Zesty buffalo sauce.
That zesty buffalo on it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Different level. Sorry.
No, so Ben would still say Zaxby. His has gone kind of opposite of you with the top two. It's Zaxby's, then possibly Cane's. Because
I could see that.
He was like, I mean, because my daughter and her husband love Cane's and they took him. And he was like, I mean, I like it, but I think I still like Zaxby's better. I was like, you and Grandmama, man, y'all can hang at the Zaxby. It is good.
It is good. He's had Hattie B's, right?
Yeah, we haven't been in a long time, though.
I've only been once, and we all went. It's the one at the factory in Franklin, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. I haven't been to that one.
So we go.
We've only been the one on West Side. Too.
I've never been, and I'm not a hot eating person.
Yeah.
So I get mild.
Yeah, right.
I want baby chicken.
Do you have pre-K level?
So I got that. That's the best chicken sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
I mean, if Raising Cane's is an 8.5,
yeah,
Hattie B's is a 9.9.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe a 10.
Yeah.
And Braxton got the chicken and waffles, and he was like, "That's the best chicken and waffles I've ever had."
Oh man.
And we've had, big bag breakfast, whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's had some good chicken and waffles.
Right. Yeah.
But Hattie B's. If you're coming to Nashville,
I know it's the thing. I mean, it's on the list of things to do because it's good. I've never been to Prince's, which is also like local. There's one down there on the Nolensville Road, I think, across from Chick-fil-A maybe. But that's supposed to be good too, and hot. Like
yeah, I don't like hot.
I don't want to feel like I'm on hot ones, you know, and I'm like gonna have to go to the hospital or pre-Pepto or anything like that. I can't be doing that.
No, pain is not a flavor. No, I stand by that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. We can't. I'm almost 52. I can't be messing around with that.
Yeah. I don't want to ruin today and tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you miserable now?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Do you want it to hurt when you eat? It tastes good, but my mouth is on fire. Yeah.
But anyway.
Man, now I want chicken.
Yeah.
Going back to cars, though. So, my car, like, I don't know, probably almost 2 weeks ago, it's a RAV4. I don't know why I'm telling my car specs, but anyway.
Rev it up.
Rev it up. It's a RAV4, a few years old, whatever, handful of years old. And it's got it's all-wheel drive, and so it's got the little driver modes by your gear shift. Well, when you get in and crank it up, it would be like mud and sand mode. And also it would have all these other lights on at the same time.
Perfect.
And I was like, that's interesting. And then it would go off. Or then it would switch modes while you're driving, like go to sport mode. And I'm like, I'm not touching anything. What's going on?
What is this, pressure luck? Why are we like...
beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. No whammy, stop. Actually, I'm trying to drive, so...
No emergency brake and stop. Yeah.
Exactly. Like all the like brake system that like alerts you if you're... Like everything was going bonkers. So I did like you. I was like, I'm going to give it a few days. Finally, it was like, well,
I love how that's our solution.
Yeah.
It'll probably fix itself. Yeah. It messed itself up, right?
Right. That's what I do with my body. Probably, listen, this don't live by that.
It's probably not broke. I'll just limp on it for 3 months.
Exactly. But, so I called CarMax because whatever, we have the warranty, yada, yada. And they're like, yeah, okay, probably need to check out the codes and blah, blah, and the reset. And maybe it's due for an update and software. And I'm like, what is this, a MacBook or an iPad? You know, like the software in the computer. First of all, where we messed up with cars is sticking a computer in them.
Oh, yeah.
Because can nobody self-diagnose anything or fix it yourself? I mean, unless it's like you open the hood and there's the thing right there. Anyway, whatever. So I make an appointment to bring it in.
Which I don't think you should have to make an appointment for a car, but go ahead.
Yeah, especially if you pay for the warranty, doggone. Anyway, 2 days before, nothing's happening. It's going back. And I brought it in and I said, I made an appointment. Here's what was going on. I had taken pictures on my phone with all the lights on so they knew exactly what's happening.
So old.
I'm so
That's like
old.
me, though.
Yeah.
See,
this is what was happening with it. The TPMS was on, and then the mud sand mode was on, and then the anti-lock brake system is off, and all that was coming on at the same time. So I'm telling her, and I said, of course it's like my dog at the vet, though, because now It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, well, what we'll do is we'll still run the codes and we'll still just run the thing and they'll just reset them. And then what they may have to do is just send it back to the computer and it may just need to upload. And by the way, she was super nice. So CarMax, she didn't talk like that, by the way. But they were nice, whatever. Got it figured out in like 2 hours. She was like, you're right. It's not showing anything. We've taken it for a 10-mile drive.
10 miles?
I know. I'm like, you going to give me gas money? And then she was like, probably what happened. Oh, I wish I'd saved the voicemail. Probably what happened was it hit a pothole. You think we live in Nashville.
Yeah.
It's full of potholes.
You hit that on 440? Isn't it 440? Is it 40?
440 used to be like you need a new neck when
Yeah.
you get somewhere because it had thrown everything out of alignment. And then they redid it right maybe after the pandemic. Like I remember hearing a news story, I digress, but I remember hearing a news story one time on the radio of a person who had to call 911.
Crawl out of the pothole?
Be in an ambulance to go to the hospital. And all she said she was thinking about was all the potholes they were hitting and not the pain she was in because they were on 440, probably going to Vanderbilt or, St. Thomas or whatever. That's how bad it was. She was like, man, these potholes are horrible. Never mind the reason why I'm in an ambulance.
Right.
You know that's bad. Anyway, what am I saying? Oh, yeah, my car. So it's fine. It hit a pothole, maybe just knocked something, and it had to send it back to itself. And I'm like, what is this, R2-D2? It's a car.
Yeah.
So I still had to pay the diagnostic, which is,
What is that, like $149?
116 and
I
some
was close.
change. You're close.
Everything's around 119, 149.
Right. But if you have to bring it back, we won't have to charge you for it.
Yeah.
Really? I think that's a racket. But anyway, it's working now. Praise the Lord. Because,
You should
car
have just
stuff.
topped it off with oil. You know how some cars would have that thing like, oh, is your gas cap not totally closed?
Oh, the
What in the world
the
is
seal.
that?
Oh,
Like, if you
vacuum
don't
seal.
click it enough, like the
I
car
don't
won't
know.
start.
That's weird.
That's a mean game.
But you know what? A 1970s vehicle ain't doing none of that. There might be stuff going on with it.
Yeah. You could have a raccoon in the hood with the engine.
Right.
First-
But the engine's not sensing what's going on in the back.
First of all,
Yeah.
66 Mustang. I
Uh-huh.
remember because that's what I drove in high school a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But me and Dad, you could pop the hood,
Uh-huh.
and there was so much room. You could
Yeah.
sit on the hood and have your legs like down in there. You could see the ground.
Yeah.
So like if you needed to get to anything, I don't know how to fix cars, but if I needed to fix a car, you're like, oh, it's right there.
Right.
And then you could reach it, take it
Yeah.
off, go get a new one, put it on. Now it's like just a giant cover
Yeah.
with special like whatever
Yeah.
bolts. You can't even like get to your own car.
No, they're like, you're going to need to put it up in a shop and they're going to need to take the whole engine out. If we had had YouTube back in the day,
Oh, my-
we could have fixed all the stuff.
That's what you should just do.
But
is
it's
just,
ironic.
if you
have
just buy an
YouTube
old
and-
car,
I know.
because you can YouTube it.
I'm saying we might
Ooh.
all be doing that, but I'm still shopping for a car for the young guy, and now my daughter and her husband.
Oh, they gotta buy a car.
They gotta get something, replace a car. I hate car stuff anyway.
Man.
Oh goodness.
Sorry.
Yeah, the cars, but it's all working now. Fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you get sick. Like when you get sick, you're like, I can't breathe, man. I remember the days I could breathe. It was so nice. I'm never going to take this for granted.
Yeah.
You get in your car and you're like, okay, let's go. And you're like, wait, what? What's that light?
Yeah.
And then when it's working good, you're like, I'm sorry, car. I'll never doubt you again.
Yeah. It's like you get a flat tire, and then
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
yeah.
Humbling. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, you get new tires, and everything's fine. You're like, I'm going to be
Okay.
careful.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hit any nails.
I'm going to make sure the air pressure is always correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
A week later, you're like, just running over bushes. Like, that's fine. Not really.
Yeah. It's like getting your blood work done and then going like, I'm going to go to Cane's. I'll start tomorrow on that low cholesterol.
I'm going to cut back on fried foods on Tuesdays, which is tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm debating on doing, I feel like this callback to episodes. I'm debating on no caffeine, or not no caffeine, but no coffee starting tomorrow. Because I just drank my last two.
Pods.
What are we doing now? Nespresso or whatever?
Oh, Okay.
I mean, it's the same
Yeah.
as a pod,
Yeah.
but they recycle those.
Oh, nice.
Um,
From your
well, they
trash?
say they do.
Do you put them in?
No, they send you a
recycling?
bag. You throw them all in a bag, and you
Oh.
just seal it and drop it off at UPS. You don't pay nothing.
Wow.
Which UPS is probably like, they're gone, throw it in the dumpster. Uh,
But you had to make a trip to UPS. See,
I'm
you're
over there anyway.
okay. I know, but you're conscientious enough to do it. You know, I mean, some people are like, I ain't doing that.
yeah. Alert if you live in Nashville.
Yeah.
The UPS at Cool Springs over
I
there
don't
by
even know.
Dick's Sporting Goods, which we go to Dick's Sporting Goods a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a jam. I enjoy that store.
Yeah.
And then the Kroger's over there.
Yep.
If you like Joann's, you better cash in because they're going out of business.
I think they were already out when I went in there because
Well,
I actually did go in to see if they had
I went last
embroidery
week and it
floss.
still had the.
Yeah, I went in and it was in a rough state.
Yeah, maybe you're just behind shelves now.
Oh, it was like I was like, do you have still embroidery floss? And they're like, yeah, it's gonna be over there in the back, right? And so I go and I was like, okay.
You got any
Like-
skeletons and Christmas trees? Where them at? They gone.
They might have like some outdoor furniture fabric that has zebras on it or something. Like
Oh, yeah.
that's where we are in
Oh,
the
okay.
going out of business part. It's already picked over.
You are too late when they're like, what do you got? We got peg hooks and some carts. That's what we got. Yeah, we're selling the windows.
Are you selling this display shelf? Because I like it.
Yeah, I saw the sign.
Yeah.
I was like, I should send this to my wife. And
They're
then
closing. Yeah.
are they
mean-
closing all the stores?
I
I don't know why I'm so concerned about Joann's because
don't know, but think about where people who do any kind of sewing at all. Like, there's some people that still do that stuff, or
Mike-
like, huh?
where they go, Michael's? Doesn't Michael's have that stuff?
But they don't have.
I'm naming
Joann's
every.
was more like aimed toward people that do sewing or upholstery fabric or
Which, if you're named Joanne, you can probably sew.
probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's a very like
right.
when you're like, oh, you dresses
You're
messed
above
up?
70.
You need
if
them
you're
jeans.
Joanne.
You need them pants hemmed.
Yeah.
Joanne do it.
Yeah, right. She can do it.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Joann's, Michael's,
Mhm.
Hobby Lobby, all those. It's just all places I don't want to go, but I end up in them
With your wife.
with wife and kids sometimes,
Mhm.
and it's just like, I don't want to go in here. Oh my gosh! And you go in, it's just wreaths, just
Yeah, wreaths will
just
attack
wreaths
you.
and fake flowers, and you're like, I don't want none of this stuff. I'm like, this is garbage. Why are we? How long do we have to be here?
Yeah, yeah,
Next thing you know,
yeah.
you're over there like, oh, I got like sports memorabilia stuff and like canvas, like
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars. And you're like, oh, I got stuff in the back, like model kit. Next thing you know, you're like, are you done? Can
Yeah.
we leave? The worst thing about those stores
Mhm.
is the checkout
Yeah.
because it's
You're
chaos.
gonna be there a while.
Yeah, you gonna be there a minute,
Yeah.
and you also gonna be there at checkout.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm not trying to go off on these stores.
They
but-
still scan.
Another thing, why are your carts so small? Have you ever been to one of those and get a cart?
You can make a cart 3 times big. Everybody gonna fill it up.
Yeah, you got fake flowers bigger than this cart. I can't put nothing in there.
Yeah, they're tiny. Yeah.
But yeah, people,
Mhm.
man, God,
Mm-hmm.
ooh.
Yeah.
You can see the people. Fabric, that's a serious.
Yeah.
I've had to buy fabric
Oh,
at a couple of those places.
don't make those women mad.
I go straight to the fabric counter
Yeah.
or whatever, and I'm like, I admit, I'm not trying to fake it and be like,
No.
oh, I'm like, my wife needs this. I need
Yeah.
3 colors. I need, hold on, let me pull up the text. I need 3 cubic yards.
Yeah.
Just take my phone. I don't
Right,
know. This is what
yeah.
I need.
Right. I bow to you and all of your fabric cutting knowledge.
You just saved me 2.5 hours
Yeah. Yeah.
of staring at a pegboard going,
Yeah.
is this the right scissors? Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh gosh. Yeah.
sorry, but I'm not doing that at Joann's.
No. Joanne ain't gonna be there anymore in a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anywho,
So-
stay out of the wind.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hold your hats.
If you're wearing a hat, put it on backwards or walk backwards. I don't know, but be careful,
Yeah, right. It's gonna be gone.
especially on Sunday. That's what they said. Anyway, y'all have a good one.
Take care.